Howdy, this is Doug over at the Red Chip Poker Forums, and I wanted to comment on a question I saw here on the forums. Now, I'm not really going to get into too much of the strategy of this because I think Ed did a really good job of it. But let's take a look at what's going on here. This is a little $50 buy-in with 15-minute blinds, so you know this is going to be a fast and furious tournament, and luck is going to be a very prominent part of this tournament. So we look at this, and we've got 7,000, and the blinds are at 100. So we've got 70 big blinds, and we're under the gun. We get King Jack suited, and he opens. I think myself, this is an optional open with only 7,000, and it doesn't sound like there were antes yet. I'm not sure I want to get involved with this hand, but it's probably fine. It's just starting to get on the cusp of what I'm even playing with 70 big blinds. Okay, so we open, and we get called in two spots. We're the second of three players. The pot's 675, and a pretty decent flop for us comes out. We've got two overs and a flush draw. The big blind checks. We fire in a little bit over a half pot bet, which in a tournament, I think you can actually push that down a shade, and we get called by the player out of position. The pot's getting bigger now. It's 1,700, and we pick up a beautiful card, the Jack of Spades. So now we've got top pair and a good flush draw. Hero decides to get a little bit tricky here, and he checks, and then he check raises. So the pot's getting big, and then look what happens. A complete brick, so Hero fires away. And the villain calls with bottom set there, or next to the bottom set 3 that he rivered. And the red chipper here is asking all kinds of questions about this hand, and I've got a simple question for you. Would you be a better poker player had it been the 5 of spades that came off? Really ask yourself that. Would you be a better player if any 5 had come out? Well, there are twice as many 5s as there are 3s, and you would have bet the villain would have folded, or hell, he might have even called you, and you would have won. Does that make you a better poker player? And I don't think it does. This kind of questioning this hand is very results oriented. This donkey called you down 3 streets with next to the bottom pair, and basically no hope of winning here. And then he caught a miracle and won. This doesn't make you a bad poker player. It makes you an unlucky one. So just realize tournaments are a high variance game, and especially a $50 one where they're not really scared for their tournament life. And believe me, you were ahead. You did the right thing. If he's calling you down like that, it doesn't matter that he got a set on you on the river. All right. If you like this kind of thing, subscribe here and check us out on the Red Chip Poker Forums.